The mediocre teacher tells, the good teacher explains, the superior teacher demonstrates, the great teacher inspires. Ward 2009. What I love about this quote is that it beautifully captures the essence of theories of learning called constructivism, described by Clark and Pittaway 2014 as one of the most challenging yet rewarding approaches to teaching. Today, I hope to engage you with a critical review on the theory, sharing some contextual examples and connecting you with my own beliefs and values concerning effective teaching. According to Pritchard 2013b, constructivism involves physically and mentally active learning with interactions between the learner and the learning environment. A lovely example of constructivist learning applied is the hands-on discovery of the Powerhouse Museum in Sydney. Do check it out, it's fabulous. Constructivist theory holds that you never learn anything from scratch. Rather, the learner's prior knowledge is used as a base to interpret, organise and construct new understanding. Key theorist Jean Piaget describes this as your schema per Davis 2010. As you integrate new knowledge, your schema changes to fit the new ideas. edu60017 outlines how Piaget's work contributed to understanding how children learn, absorb and process knowledge as they progress through 4 cognitive development stages. These are based on the student's maturation and experience. You can see the stages here. McLeod 2014b describes Piaget's ideas that children are lone scientists who develop based on personal interactions with both people and the environment. McLeod 214a details another lead constructivist theorist, Lev Vygotsky. Similar to Piaget, he also believed cognitive development happens through social interactions. He also believed that development requires the input of others, which he termed the more knowledgeable other, most often the teacher. What I love about constructivist theory is similar to views Lauren expressed in 2012. In that constructivist approaches can help achieve really deep learning with changes to the long-term cognitive memory. Furthermore, I see it as an effective way to build capabilities for our students to be true learners for the 21st century. And you can see here some of the really key life skills, including critical thinking, problem solving, and self-initiated learning. I'd like to share with you how constructivism has been applied in a primary school teaching with an example from my son's Year 4 class. The average age of the children in the class was 9, and the class were learning about the local area and environment. Rather than just completing worksheets and looking at pictures in the classroom, the teacher took the class on a walking excursion to the local creek to experience firsthand. This worked to better engage the students. Here the students discovered for themselves. They explored, they touched, they felt, they smelled, they took pictures, they wrote notes. When they returned to the class, they put together all of this into a presentation in pairs. The teacher paired the stronger students with the weaker to help scaffold, and then they shared back to help teach the rest of the students in the class. The teacher worked to help be the knowledgeable other and scaffold, with skilled questioning and getting students to reflect. They then co-created displays and art to help really embed the learning. Coming back to the work by Edu 2010 of Vygotsky. Vygotsky believed that children learn most effectively if learning occurs in the sweet spot between what they already know and what they do not know. This he calls the zone of proximal development. Constructives also view learners as unique individuals with different needs, cultures, background and views, at Howard et al. 2000 and Yodas 2014 explain. This theory is a sharp contrast to the teacher-directed one-size-fits-all more linear instruction models that Robertson 2009 and 2012 often speaks about. This perspective of recognising the uniqueness of learners really fits with my own beliefs on teaching. Sharma 2014 explains that the role of a teacher becomes a crucial one to support the learner. Vygotsky introduced this as the concept of scaffolding, enabling the child to learn with enough support. An example to bring this to life. My son, age 11, is in Year 6 and he had a project recently to go away and learn something new and then come back and present to the class, teaching this class. He loved being the mini scientist, experiencing hands-on, reflecting, and then going back and sharing and teaching his class. He was also able to pick his own subject, which helped engage him, and he of course chose learning to bake brownies. Both his teacher and I played the role of a more knowledgeable other, and I also played the key role in helping to eat the brownies. Constructive theory also works well with innovative technology and can help the teacher present in a more meaningful way. An example to help explain this further. A few years ago, one of my sons needed tutoring and we tried with great failure to have a tutor come to our home and work through uninspiring worksheets and textbooks. I then came across a business that had embraced constructivism, and they began with assessing my son, working out his development level and making sure the work was within the zone of proximal development. He joined a class with a really cool teacher, 2 to 3 students, and the teacher helped explain the concepts, and then the students self-discovered and worked through online simulations and challenges to unlock higher levels and gain points for awards and playing games. The atmosphere was bright, noisy and dynamic, and has been a great success. And most importantly, my son is not embarrassed to be there to have a tutor. Implementing constructive theory and pedagogical practice needs to be done with care to ensure, as Howard et al. 2000 cautions, that students understand that students making mistakes and having difficulties are important. Larson 2002 states that teachers also need to manage the content level and pace. Tobias 2012 cautions further that some knowledge of the factual kind may actually be better suited transmitted directly. Howler and Matthews 2005 gives an example such as learning the national anthem. I believe that teaching is a demanding and complex role, and that great teachers make it look easy, but in reality it requires knowledge, expertise and skills. Lowe in 2012 echoes this as well. Whilst the teacher needs to take care, as with any theory or pedagogy they deploy, I challenge you as teachers to think of constructivism as a philosophy and not an instructional framework. I believe that for a teacher and curriculum to be effective in the classroom, it must contain different ways of motivating students, different opportunities to engage students, and recognise the unique differences of students, setting them up for life beyond school. I'd now like to end as I started, with a quote, this time from Zhong Kuang, a Chinese Confucian philosopher. This quote has also been later attributed to Benjamin Franklin. Tell me, and I forget. Teach me, and I may remember. Involve me, and I learn. My question for you now is, how do you want your pupils to learn? What legacy do you want to leave? What teaching theories can you embrace to help achieve you to be more than a teacher and to be a truly great teacher? Thank you.